Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with our monthly gold update video here for the month of May 2024. If you guys have been following my channel for the past better part of half a year here, I've been recording this since November 2023 to better understand how the Marvel Strike Force gold economy is in the game, how it's been trending. In addition, especially given some of the more significant events as of late, newer characters and teams, how that impacts our daily spending. As of late, though, I have changed my spending to 6 million gold per day, to better budget in terms of understanding, is there enough gold in the game to keep us afloat in terms of supplementing new characters and team unlocks as they get released. So that's what we're going to be deep diving today, guys. But more importantly, I do kind of want to address what the gold situation is right now in May, especially given some of the red flags that we saw in April when we got the preview of what the monthly May festivities are going to be like, with M is for the month of Mercs. So let's get right to it, guys. As a quick recap here, let me show you kind of what the setup here and the outline of how I typically lay this out. So as well, with every one of these recaps, I also have the screenshot of where my gold balance was, so that way you can see. But essentially this is what happens, right? We take a look at what the current balance is in terms of December 30th. So at that time it was 45.7 million gold. We back out what the starting balance would have been, which would have been the month before, so in this case November 30th. And then after that, we add in any war rewards if there's a timing difference, in addition to how much money or gold did we actually spend per day. In this case, this situation right here, we were actually only spending 2.7 gold per day with the golden opportunity. And this recap and summary essentially gives us a sense of how much gold was earned free to play. In addition to that, how much was getting spent, what was the impact to our gold balance as well. So that's how we're going to be tracking going forward, in addition to any activities or new character team unlocks going forward that have been added for that month. So as you can see here with December 2023, there was no significant activity. There was no new teams or characters getting added. I believe Hivemind was just getting introduced, but for that time being anyways, I think Extreme X-Men was also going to get released in terms of reworks, but nothing sizable for December. It was a good break for sure. Then we finally start off the new year here with a slower start as usual, but you can see the Extreme X-Men team did come out. My gold balance actually got increased by 33 million since the previous month. Gold spending was 96 million. Again, we are still focused more on that 2.77 million, which gave us that total here free to play of 129 million gold. I think this is about the same time that the developers and Marvel Strike Force started, saying that there was going to be some improvements to gold and that was going to be coming. We would actually see that pretty shortly as well. In February 2024, we had the introduction of both Black Knight and Hivemind, but you can see my gold balance actually went up 23 million in gold since the last month. In addition to that, our gold spending actually also went up, resulting as well in a free-to-play 151 million gold earned. So everything that's reconciled here is essentially what I used the gold for to make up this math, right? Race to the top was happening. That milestone was tied back to the level 100. We had Hivemind, where 3 days I actually hit that 6 million threshold. Black Knight, I actually blew 24 million gold on the spot to bring him up just because of the arena meta. And then finally, the remaining 29 less 9 days, which is 20, resulted in 2.77 million gold spending, giving us that free to play 151. So that's essentially how it's going to get structured going forward, guys. March was definitely one of the more anomaly months that I've ever seen, because we had Sword Satellite coming out, we had Dark Dimension 7, Gear Tier 19 announcement and releases, in addition to Incursion 2.3 raids, which has definitely added some gold. So as you guys can see here, this one was pretty sizable because we weren't understanding what exactly was happening with the gold here, because with the math that I was doing here, I was thinking, wait, 183 million, that's such a big jump from the previous month of 151. What's going on here? Well, it turns out there was actually an extra gold reward happening at 13 million. In addition to that, this is actually when I started maximizing the majority of the golden milestone, as you can see here, right? Out of the 31 days in March, 26 was tied back to 6 million gold per day. We also got a sizable bump up from both Sword Satellite and the MSF anniversary, 18 million. So that's actually why we had such a big infusion in gold here, and hence why we wanted to reconcile this back to better understand. But these are definitely more rare months, guys, because typically what we've seen from our average, anyways, from a gold free-to-play perspective, is about that 140 150 million range. So this was a very, very anomaly month, but I'm glad to see that this was, obviously a huge infusion of gold for folks, and most people would have likely felt it in the community, especially seeing how sizable their gold was. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was spending 6 million gold per day, and my gold balance was still going up. So that to me is, gold economy going in the right direction. Then we had the month of April, giving us that short but sweet escape from killing event. My gold balance for the first time in 4 months actually dipped. So as you can see, our March 31st balance was actually 146 million, and we ended up at 134 million at the end of the month. Although Kiln gave us 6 million from finishing, it's really the start of us maximizing the golden opportunity milestones. As you can see, 30 days multiplied by the 6 million gives you the 180 million spending. And even though we spent 180 million gold, we still earned 162, which is still actually above the previous month's mean, with the exception of March. February we earned 151, January we earned 129. So, it's still a pretty good range. You have to remember too, we had that extra war reward happening, right? But then the red flag came. We got the sneak peek here of the May month update, and I announced this in my previous video's edition, but as you guys can see here, the one thing different about this monthly event was that I saw that we weren't actually given gold for this. So my concern anyways was that, is there going to be enough gold? Is this the start of them taking away gold from us? Well, guys, now we have that information here on hand, now that we've reconciled. So May 2024 update. We had both Spider Society, the new legendary Logan trials happening. In addition, we have the Mercs for Money Blitz events happening every weekend for both Saturday and Sunday. And this is what it looks like right now, guys. We actually ended off here. Okay, sorry, my apologies. That's a typo there. I should say May 31st balance. But we started off at 134 million and we ended up at 112 million. There is also a Pocket Dimensions 3 million gold compensation, which was as a result of them kind of configuring and missing some of the compensation there, in addition adjusting the difficulty. And then finally, we had 31 days of spending the 6 million gold, which gives us 186 million. So free to play, May was still actually within the averages of what we saw. We earned 160 million gold, strictly from everything in terms of the Logan trials gave us a bit. We had the Mercs for Money Blitz events. I was very, very impressed by this number because we didn't see any of this actually coming back from the monthly event, especially from this milestone here, right? So it's great to see that we were actually getting still the same amount of gold, or at least consistent amount of gold, even though we didn't have that included in the monthly. And that's because there's these other blitz events happening. We had the legendary trial, so it's great to see that they're still keeping this average really free to play friendly. And as you guys can see right here, right, like the 31 days resulting in 186 million gold spent. I mean, if you just take away a couple of days, you can actually almost break even in terms of spending. So that's why I love using the golden opportunity milestone, is because it's such a great little measuring stick of what you can spend or budget to spend each day using gold. And that way you're still conserving your balance. As you can see in my recent screenshot here today, I still have over 100 million in gold, and that's a great position to be in for new character team unlocks, new events that aren't announced until last minute. So it's just great to have that pivoting space, and I'm still building up my roster to be relevant in the meta, obviously, for the game modes I care about. So big update here, guys. I'm super excited to share this as well. But June is going to be a triple war payout month. So we're going to have the June 2nd, the June 16th, and June 30th. So there is going to be a sizable gold coming for June. It's probably going to be around that 170, 175 range, especially since we have the typical average here of 140 to 150 million gold per month free to play. So just to recap, guys, spending 5 million to 6 million gold keeps your balance in check, especially from a gold perspective. It's still going very, very strong. I was worried about this because of the fact that we had the sneak peek, but now that we've seen that there's a month where there isn't gold in the monthly event, and we're still able to upkeep this kind of this amount of spending, especially with me purchasing Crimson gear from the store, building up characters like Logan and Spire Society, I'm glad this infusion has been actually great and it's been maintained. So I'm going to keep doing this, guys. I love reading the trends and making sure this is accountable, and thankfully it has still been consistent and strong. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Let me know what you think in comments below, how your guys' gold situation is. But just strictly from an analysis perspective of the opening and ending balance in addition to what we're spending per month, we're looking very, very strong here, guys, especially with that extra gold reward coming here from the form of the war payout. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.